Good morning. In this session, we will talk about some of the developments that have been mentioned in Kurukshetra May edition. So, the very first talks about the PM Vishwakarma scheme. Now, this is a scheme by Ministry for Small and Medium Enterprises, and it provides various opportunities. For example, quality certification, branding, and integrating with e-commerce platforms. Also, there are initiatives to boost productivity, boost visibility in the market, bring in better sales and outreach. So, through this platform, we are trying to operate through the various producers who are small producers, farmers, artisans, local traditional suppliers, and then this platform gives them a backbone through which they can actually sell their products through the portal to the various communities. Also, the International Cooperative Alliance talks about cooperative as an association of individuals who voluntarily comes together for some cause. It could be a social, political, social, economic, or a cultural cause, and they either have a jointly owned or democratically owned enterprise. Now, this is what a cooperative is defined as. So, Amul Cooperative is one of the classic examples in it. Nandini again is another important example for this. The next is the Credit Societies 1904 talked about the rural indebtedness, legal and institutional framework, and focused on creating micro and small enterprises. So we already talked about Amul brand by the Gujarat cooperatives, Indian Farmer Fertilizer Cooperative IFCO, Krishak Bharti Cooperative Krikhubo. So those are some of the important cooperatives in India. Now coming on to the next important thing is inclusive growth. Through MSMEs we are talking about innovation, traditional industries which are working together for self-reliance, and the basic idea is to actually focus on cottage and small scale industries and bring them at a point where they can be self-sufficient. So through the 5-year plans we have been working forward for it. For example, in the second 5-year plan, the idea was to increase employment and reduce inequality. This led to creation of SIDO, which is the Small Industries Development Organization. Between 1970 to 1990, we have seen numerous cottage industries, small scale industries, SIDB, district centers coming together, MSMEs coming together. In 2006, MSMED Act was enacted, and this was in place of the small scale industries, right? Between 2020 and 2025, we have seen numerous reforms that have been introduced, and these have been really important. Now, the next one is Artisan Cooperative Society. So, artisans have been trained under the PM Vishwakarma scheme, and they have been given the portal where they can actually bring their product for a wider market. So bringing them visibility, relieving the financial pressure, and increasing overall profits is important. Also, we are leveraging support through the marketing schemes under PM Vishwakarma. Now, what are the goals for cooperative societies once they come together? First is collective bargaining, better access to market, better quality control, the resources can be shared and used so individual does not face financial crunch, skill development, there is financial inclusion, credit facilities, promotion of the brand, recognition, and responsibility and representation from the part of the cooperative society. So through the cooperative society, what are the facilities? They provide them modern tools and techniques, better product development, research, sales opportunity, marketing opportunity, platform for digital transactions, better quality assurance, and also legal and export facilities if required. So in 2023, when this scheme was launched, it was initially focusing on better quality and visibility, but later on the dimensions for the scheme widened, and it talked about including skill development, better equipments, incentives, assistance, and collateral free loans as some of the basic things. And also it included a 5-day basic training program for all the registered artisans to give them idea about the digital platforms and help them in the inclusive economic growth. The next is through this MSME growth, how science and technology have been helping them. So as we said, digital network, digital connectivity is one such thing. New centers for job creation, innovation have been developed. Better income generation, employment generation opportunities have been seen. We are also seeing issues related to science and technology innovation contributing for energy efficient electronic devices. So drone technologies, electric bikes are some of the examples. Then another important topic that we focus on is CRTDH, which is the Common Research and Technology Development Hub. Now this hub actually is supported by Ministry of Science and Technology, aims to bring in technological innovation, tackle IP related problems, bring in better collaboration with other stakeholders, and bring in faster technology. Also resolving the intellectual property, enhancing them, bringing in better academic and government base is again important. So there are 18 common research and technology development hubs which have been developed so far, with the 5 key areas. First is electronics, renewables energy, affordable healthcare, digital intervention, low cost machining, and better materials. So those are some of the basic areas. Now the next is the Champions scheme. So MSME ministry has brought this Champions scheme across India for advanced technology, where businesses can become more competitive and succeed both at the national and the global level. So it has three components: MSME innovative, sustainable, and competitive. So innovative talks about 3 areas of incubation, design, and IP protection. Then there are various host institutions which have been approved for incubation to support the innovation. Also, there had been a hackathon for the same purpose. Various NITs, IITs, and IISc became part of it. There is another certification scheme which was introduced in 2022. The idea is to enhance the quality and productivity of the various units of MSMEs, focusing on the continuous assessments which are conducted at gold and silver level to have better alignment with industry standards are again important. Then cluster development programs have been started. This helps in establishment of common facility centers and bring in better infrastructure, mainly targeting to improving the facilities, improving the infrastructure, and then later on they would actually provide the base for development, specifically in the areas of hilly terrains, aspiring districts, Naxal affected areas, or women or reserved category areas. Now through this the government would provide assistance and grant, and then there would be integration of technology through the mega innovation complexes, technology development hubs, and some of the efforts also come in through, let's say, the RBI regulatory sandbox, DRDO facilities, food processing facilities, Atal Innovation Mission. So there are again centers like CREATE. This is a center in Leh which empowers the MSMEs to have technology with tradition. So we focus on what is called as vocal for local and Atmanirbhar Bharat, and help adopt Industry 4.0 programs under the Champions scheme. So these are related schemes specifically known for the specific areas, but really important for you from the exam perspective. Now under MSMEs, finance again becomes very, very important. So the basic idea is the regional disparity, as we have gone through in the top down bottom up approach. The regional disparities need to be intervened and reduced significantly, and only then this would have definite development in the pockets which are considered as backward ones, right? So some of the sectors include textile, food production, advanced manufacturing. So for example, even for Chandrayaan, the smaller components that are required have been dispersed across the country. Then there are priority lending sectors, the categories which have been identified, locating domestic banks which allocate 40% of their adjusted net bank credit. Also focusing on food processing, textiles, auto components are again important. Common facilities, infrastructure facilities are important. The next is credit availability. Now there are various schemes which have been part of it. Some of those focus on micro enterprise, supporting the startups, and here is some of the outstanding credit information throughout the MSMEs and the non-performing assets of the MSMEs. across the financial years. As you can see, the non-performing assets have declined significantly, and MSMEs have strengthened over the years with better contribution to exports, GDP, and employment ratio. Also, we have seen that there have been significant developments in the financial areas. The Udyam registration portal and the Udyog Aadhaar portal have been two portals through which certifications have been issued, and even for the collaterals, for the collateral free loans, these have been providing the basis for development in the rural areas. So such other schemes include PM Employment Generation Program, Mudra Yojana, and credit guarantee schemes for MSMEs, Vishwakarma scheme, Self-Reliant India Fund, and emergency credit line guarantee schemes are some other schemes. So here are some of the criteria that you can see for MSME classification. So micro is up to 0.25 crores, then small from 0.25 to 5 crores, medium from 5 to 10 crores. And if we talk about investment limits, so these criteria vary. So investment limits in terms of plants and machineries is what we have discussed. Overall investment limit 1 crore, 1 to 10, 10 to 50. And if we talk about turnover, it is 0.1 to 2 crore, 2 to 5 crore for each of the categories, right? And then there has been a revision which was brought in 2025, and in the case of investment limits from plants and machineries, this has gone from 0.25 crores to 2.5 crores, which is very significant, and gone up to 125 crores under medium enterprises, right? So the innovation scheme focuses on three things: incubation, IPR, and design. Now, encouraging sustainable infrastructure, design competitiveness, and innovation becomes important. So Union Budget has brought various efforts for the same. Cooperative MSMEs have been given priority, and for MSMEs, if there is technology adoption, then it has become very important. For example, technology centers, ZED certifications, and PRISM programs. Now, all of these we have discussed in the previous lectures as well, so we won't be going into the details again, but yes, these have been some of the major ones that have been really important. But still, when we talk about that technology has been adapted, there are still challenges. The challenges come in the form of awareness, digital literacy, lack of access to information in the market, financial constraints that small MSMEs face, poor marketing and poor networking. They don't have numerous skilled professionals, the capital costs are high, then the technology, if they are using, they are not at par with the errors or the problems they get while using the technology, or the fixes that are required as the technology is being used. So even if automation, AI is being used to simplify the task, improve the efficiency, it is important that those have to be brought under the ambit of skilled networks and skilled manpower. Again, there are technologies like AR, VR, 3D printing, which have become very important and popular. There have been various initiatives. For example, World Bank, with the World Bank assistance, Technology Center Systems program has been started to expand the network of technology centers. So 15 new technology centers have been established, 20 existing have been upgraded, and all of these have been done using the spoke and hub model. ZED certification talks about zero defect, zero effect manufacturing. Again, this has been one of the important parameters. PRISM scheme, as we have already discussed before, and then IPR scheme for intellectual property rights, lean manufacturing competitiveness scheme, SPICE scheme for promotion and investment in circular economy, then GIFT scheme for green investments are some of the other schemes that are really important under the MSME projects. So there have been various pillars which have been talked about, solutions for simplifying the technology access to MSMEs, and these include better technology, better human capital, better infrastructure, better financial and credit facilities, better market facilities, better marketplace, and knowledge creation. So those are the 6 pillars under which technology basis has been formed. And then once the technology has been developed, the commercialization of technology is again very important. That talks about detailed training syllabus, lesson plans, manuals, question banks, certification systems to be laid down, better information to be given to the individual, and once they are upskilled, they are trained, they can have significant impact onto the production capacity. The next is the MSMEs. So India is set to become a $5 trillion economy, and then we are not just being supporting the basis, but it also signifies a structural, inclusive, and future-oriented transformation. So here we focus on some of the important things, that is to adjust the threshold limits to address the long issues of fear of graduation. Now this is where businesses grow without losing access to financial and fiscal support. And then there is a missing middle in the enterprise ecosystem, that is again very important. So with this credit guaranteed fund transfer scheme, global competitiveness has been maintained. We are also talking about a revised MSME classification threshold, credit guarantee fund transfer for micro and small enterprises. Our slogan, small hands to make you large, is again an inspiring slogan to help partnership and empowerment of the smallest enterprises in India. Then a sustainable fiscal commitment, the statistics for the same we had already seen before. And then there is a path for global export potentials that can be brought forward through MSMEs, and the important role in the economic development. Also, when we talk about employment generation, we are also focusing on another important policy, which is PPP, public procurement policy, which says that 25% of the government purchases would be made from MSEs, and this would be integrated into the mainstream economy. Now this is one of the ways through which MSME sector can actually flourish well, because if the government resources are itself consuming the products which are being made, this would be beneficial to the local artisans, the local craftsmen. The next is Udyam registration portal. Now again, as we saw, it started in 2020, which was formalization of the extensive MSME sector, where a lot of informal people were involved. And the registration started under the Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum and EM2, and this was a transition to the efficient system. So under this, there was assistance platform which was created. Numerous registrations went through MSMEs under micro, small and medium enterprise. And then there is self-reliance scheme for employment generation. This focuses on creating jobs under the micro enterprises in non-agricultural sector. The idea is to have better inclusion. So fund supporting for up to 50 lakh for manufacturing and 20 lakh for service enterprise is where the banks would give out the loans. And then the scheme would offer subsidies for up to 35% in rural area, 25% in urban areas for special categories of SC, ST, OBC, minority, transgender and ex-servicemen. Also, the applicants would see subsidies from general category up to 25% in rural area and 15% in urban area, which is significant. The next is Sphurti. Sphurti we already talked about in I believe January's edition, I assume. So there we've talked about the scheme for fund for regeneration of traditional industries. So the traditional industries, how it could be enhanced, diversification and value addition becomes important. Cluster based approach focusing on minimizing the duplication and modern traditional skills to make the demands more competitive and with the needs of the contemporary market becomes important. So the public procurement policy, we are focusing on various items which are exclusively reserved for procurements from small scale industries and safeguarding the market share. Also talking about the various procurement policy, we are focusing that government ensures proper procurement from the MSMEs. Again, the next is to make the things trending in the recent market. Style marketing is what is being focused, where flyers are being distributed, placing ads in the local newspapers, hoardings. So your customers live nearby, typically within 3 to 5 kilometers of your shop, and through which small businesses can flourish their businesses in a hyper local area. And if we are connected digitally, they can grow and surpass the traditional boundaries. So that is what the idea under this platform was. So for example, if a user shows interest in, let's say, organic tea, then they are exposed to targeted ads which are related only to organic tea. Billboards are one of the major ad spaces in the urban scenarios these days. Again, newspapers, social media, through the social media, business profiles. There are various ways, but the traditional marketing has a really high burden and high cost. But if this marketing goes online, right, the charges or the costing becomes less, and then you have the rate of return which increases, right? So that ways there is a digital era which opens up the limitations of geographical boundaries, the operational barriers, and make sure that someone who is searching a product which is related to your domain, your interest, they are shown the product ranges globally from across, not only across India but across the globe. But that ways these MSMEs are actually getting a thirst, and they get a platform to have their product into the market through digital marketing. Okay, now through the digital marketing there are various aspects of it. So for example, there is search engine optimization, email campaign, content marketing, pay-per-click advertisements. So these are numerous ways under which digital marketing is done, but the cost of digital marketing is relatively very less. There are various geographical and demographic filters that can be introduced with the marketing, so that the amount is debited only once you have the right customer which to which it is reached, right? Again, international cooperation scheme talks about assistance for participating in international trade shows, focusing on buyer-seller meetings, business delegations, promoting digital transformation, enabling trade, marketing team scheme. Now, there is another scheme which is known as ONDC, which is Open Network for Digital Commerce. Now, this is a decentralized digital platform where MSMEs list their products, and there are various apps and online places through which the marketing and the things are done, right? So that is another one. Now ONDC is one of the very important players even in rural areas, tier 2, tier 3 cities. And then we have the India SME Forum, which actually guides the MSMEs to help them target. GI tags are another important aspects. We have nearly 25 GI product exhibitions nationally, which talks about basmati rice, the Arku Valley coffee, and these heritage brandings actually bring in better showcasing of the product at the national and the global level, and brings in the marketing automatically. So through the GI tag, if they are availed, they can actually get a global recognition, and these products which were not previously demanded globally are now being started globally, demanded globally. For example, the black rice from Varanasi, you have the bhalia wheat from Gujarat. So those are some of the examples which now have export potential which previously did not had, right? So those are some of the important things that we have discussed in this section. In case you have any questions or queries, feel free to comment those in the send those in the comment section. And of course, we are covering Yojana Kurukshetra Down to Earth every month. Down to Earth comes fortnightly, so 2 editions of Down to Earth being discussed every month end. So stay subscribed, more would be coming soon. Thanks for joining in.